boys and girls, it's time for math today. We are on Chapter 9, Lesson 7, page 673. If you could get out your books, please. We will be doing Lesson 7, where the essential question is still, how can I recognize two-dimensional shapes and equal shares? We are doing a problem-solving lesson with the strategy being use logical reasoning. The first problem says Anna made the shape below with 9 blocks. What 4 blocks are missing? The first thing we need to do is understand. We're going to underline what you know. So we know up here that Anna made the shape below with 9 blocks. That's a fact. The problem told us that, so we can underline it. Then it says circle what you need to find. We need to find what 4 blocks are missing, so we would circle that. Now, we need to plan, how will I solve the problem? Well, we're going to solve the problem with logical reasoning. And looking at this here, we should be able to see what 4 blocks would fit in there. It would be much harder if they didn't have the dashed lines, because we would have to have the blocks and come up with how they fit. But for right now, this seems to work. So I can see that a triangle is missing, a trapezoid is missing, and 2 squares is missing. Is that a reasonable thing to say? Yes, it is reasonable. All right, boys and girls, if you could turn the page, please. Now, we're going to practice the strategy together. It said Angel has 6 pattern blocks. He makes the shape below. 2 pattern blocks are missing. What 2 blocks are missing? First, we're going to underline what we know. So we know that Angel has 6 pattern blocks. And we know that he makes the shape below. And we know that 2 pattern blocks are missing. Now, what do we need to find? We need to find what 2 blocks are missing. So you're going to understand, which we did. Now we're going to plan. How will I solve the problem? So if we look down here, we don't have the dotted lines. So the most likely way we would solve the problem is by using actual pattern blocks and seeing what fits in there. That, unfortunately, is not an option for all of us because we don't have pattern blocks. But I'm going to help us walk through and think about what logically would fit. So we see that right here we have a green rhombus. And it looks very similar to over here. So if I was to mark in that shape, we would see that we have another green rhombus. And then what would we have here? Another trapezoid. So we would be able to color this a green rhombus and color this a red trapezoid. Now, if we go back up to the problem, there are 2 blocks missing. Would that have been 2 blocks? Yes, so it does make sense. I know, boys and girls, that this is not as easy because we don't have the blocks, but we're going to work on it and do it together. So now we're on apply the strategy. It says use pattern blocks to solve. Cadence made the shape below using only trapezoids and triangles. So what shapes did he use? Trapezoids and triangles. How many blocks are missing? So right here, to me, if I was to do this, it looks like a hexagon, but the rules say only trapezoids. Well, we learned that a hexagon is made up of 2 trapezoids. Now, if I was to draw another trapezoid over here, could I? Is that a trapezoid? And then what is left? A triangle. No, my drawing is not perfect. I understand that. But you get the idea that there's 1, 2, 3 trapezoids and 2 triangles. 3 trapezoids and 2 triangles. Now, Kendall made the shape below using what type of blocks? Triangle only. How many triangles are missing? We have this area, and we know the basic shape that a triangle makes. It would have to line up with the triangle below it. And we know that you can place them upside down and right side up. So we have 1, 2, 3 triangles. How many triangles were missing? 3. Excellent. All right, let's turn the page one more time. I'm proud of your effort. I know that it's difficult without seeing actual pattern blocks, but I hope what this is teaching you is to see them in your mind. That's actually a really, really great skill. So Lynn covers this pattern block with the same 6 pattern blocks. What blocks did she use? Well, we know it couldn't be a trapezoid because a trapezoid only takes 2. And what's smaller than a trapezoid? Well, a square or a triangle. Could we fit 6 squares in there? No. Whoa, sorry, boys and girls. But maybe we could do 6 triangles. Let's see. I think I'm going to cut it in half and then do it like this. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What block did she use? She used triangle. Okay. Mary put 2 triangles together to make a new shape. How many sides does the new shape have? So what we need to do is we need to envision that these 2 are slid together. And so it would look something like this, a triangle and then an upside down triangle. And we'd have to pretend that this isn't here. So how many sides does it have? 1, 2, boy, you can't see, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. Kevin made a shape. Kieran took 3 blocks away. Draw lines to show what 3 blocks are missing. That's a hard one. Let's see. All right, so I'm envisioning that the sides are the same. So here we have a rhombus. So if I draw right like this, I can duplicate the rhombus. And if I draw right like that, I can duplicate the triangle in a square. So it's a rhombus, a triangle, and a square. Thank you guys for watching this video and working on math with me. I hope that you're learning to see this in your mind. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.